Yeah, this is at a border town, border crossing here. Send it to Michael Savage.
We're not going to get the full experience of waiting in line for an hour or more, but we're going to take the dedicated commuting lane, which stands for dedicated DCL. And this is the, or otherwise known as the express lane, which is something that you, if you come to work in the Juarez consulate, you would probably want to consider to register for. It saves a lot of time, although during the rush hour, like right now it's 5:22, there will be a considerable wait even in the express lane. And here we are still waiting just to get into the express lane. There seems to be, it's quite chaotic with traffic blocking our lane, but we can see vendors selling their wares up along the line.
I'm Valerie Gonzalez, and I grew up in Laredo, Texas, bordering Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas. I think growing up in the border kind of makes you cultured in a very unique way. I think we all kind of have our own special little culture, and seeing people cross is kind of like an everyday thing, but we get to see it firsthand in an aspect that we don't think that everybody's a criminal trying to come and freeload off American money, but we see it kind of like 99% of these people are amazing, nice people that just want to make a better life for themselves, and I guess it makes us more sympathetic because we understand that, because we came from that. So I think growing up in the border really does make you more sensitive to the situation.
Hi, I'm Alejandra. I was born and raised in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. I studied in the US, so I was one of those persons who crossed the border every single day to get a better education. And it's interesting when you move to another city in the United States and you start meeting people from the East Coast to the West Coast and even more the South in Mexico. You realize that your culture is very different, because being from a border town, you get to see both cultures. When you grow up in a border, you get to know both cultures and you actually get to celebrate both cultures.
My name is Stefania Lara, and I was born in El Paso, Texas, but grew up in Ciudad Juarez, but went to school in El Paso. I have a very unique background, as most of the people from Ciudad Juarez do. And usually when I just cross the bridge and see people crossing the river illegally, it breaks my heart because, well, it's an issue with Mexico's government that they can't really find a way up. So I think it's pretty sad and pretty ironic how just less than a strip of a mile, there's a complete difference in culture and economy, and their juxtaposition against each other, which is kind of a slap in the face to the Mexican side, and yet it's a strange thing for the American side. I feel both sides. I have a unique background, and when I see that, I can't help but feel both sides of the subject, which is strange, and it's unexplainable. I have a love for both countries, yet a soft spot for the other one. And I think people should look more into both sides before generating an opinion.
Bridge of the Americas, or also known as the Free Bridge.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Aldrete. I am 21 years old. I am from Juarez, Mexico, which is a border town next to El Paso. And I'm here being asked to talk about my experience in the border town. And to be honest, one really gets to see the difference between, in a sense, being a citizen and not being a citizen, being considered part of a community and being considered outside a community. And for us, it's very hard because we see it every day, the differences between an American citizen and an illegal immigrant, as they call it. And For me, it's difficult to see or to try to reconcile the American ideal of equality and justice, when for many people it's denied every day, and these people are denied opportunities to cross to their families, to get a job, to get a better education, to look, after all, for the American dream. But because, and by virtue of them being Mexicans, they are denied it. And well, to be honest, this translates from having to cross the border every day and waiting in line 2 or 3 hours to being denied services such as education or health benefits, and to so many other things that it really does become an attempt to segregate some people from another people just by virtue of their skin color and their ethnicity. And for me, that's unjust and un-American.
And we got a green. And then they have a second check. They've got the military checkpoint here. And occasionally you get stopped, pulled over, and they do a thorough search of your vehicle, and they're looking for weapons or cash or drugs. They tend to select certain vehicles that they think maybe the narcos are actually using, typically pickups, SUVs,